I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're going to be working on our Give Thanks Acorn, and I've already added some of it and we're going to add a little bit more decoration to it as we get going here as well. I found these wonderful acorns in a dollar store and I thought they were really pretty. Now the first thing I know is some of you are going to say, I don't have those or I can't find those. This would be a real simple pattern that you could cut out of any cardboard or any heavier material like that and put the glitter on and just have, I would even just paint this top part. I wouldn't even put the glitter on the bottom part. You could even come back with the Give Thanks with the second piece of glitter and make your own. So it is something that you can do. And then once that part is done, I came in with a pine cone, and in Arizona, in the mountains, our pine cones bite. They're very sharp. So if you want to kind of nick those off in the very beginning on some of those, if your pine cones bite, that little tail, that'll keep you from getting so bit up in the long run. But I don't think most of you have the ones like we do. They're just like needles. They're just really sharp. So I'm just going through, and why I didn't think of that when I was working with them, I have no idea. You're not coming down, you're just getting that very tip. So when we first start, we have to remove these first parts, and what I do is I just come in here and start taking all of these off. And you need a few pine cones to do this. I would say probably about 5 bigger pine cones. And you can use these smaller ones for the top or along the edges. And then once we get to where we can start working with these, we're just going to use our wire cutters and we're going to start cutting these off. There's a couple reasons we go ahead and cut it off. See how this curves up? We don't want it to curve up onto our piece. So we're going to cut that and we're going to lay it right on the line there so that it goes over. So I cut a few of these and then I glued them on. And then I came back in with my next row and I glued those on in between. And sometimes you'll need a bigger one and sometimes you will need a smaller one. And I just started going row upon row at a time until I built it. And on the edges, a small one, or sometimes what I would even do would be to split one and get up all on the edges and get this up here as close as you can to the edge to get all those pine cones on. But I wanted to show you some other things that I thought would look really cute on this as well. So we've done the little pine cone leaves or whatever you call those, but wouldn't it be really cute? These are just acorn lids. Now on these lids you obviously need to come in and take that part off. And another thing you could do with these lids, you could put glitter on the inside of those so that those would be really cute, but those would go really fast. And I've noticed that in the fall, the longer it gets, the more the lids are separated from the acorns. And you could put the bigger ones at the bottom, and then you could put smaller ones near the top and just glue those on. And on your glue gun, you could use the second setting. It doesn't need to be really hot. You can use that second setting and keep on going there. And just keep on doing those the whole way. And for my gourd friends, another really cute thing would be to put your gourd seeds on here. This is really cute. Just put those on like that. And then of course you're going to come back in with that second row and just lay those down and just continuing with the gourd seeds. So there's a bunch of different ways you can decorate that to make that really cute. Now I want this to go on the front of my door, and I don't really care for the ribbon. So I took the ribbon off, and I went and I tried to look for some different wires. And what I found that I liked was the cheapest and was kind of really sturdy for what I'm looking for was a clothes hanger. So I took the bottom part off and cut it here. So I had, this was my straight part, and I just pulled this straight up. Now, you can't glue wire on with hot glue or anything like that. But if you guys remember in some of my other tricks, you can glue material on, and material will hold your wire. It'll hold it in there. So you can actually glue it. Now I want to get this wire as close to my edges as I can, and I really should have this more on a higher setting. And I want to make sure I get my wire tucked in there. So what I will do, and I had this on the lower setting, I should have had that up on the higher setting just for this part. Because the material is absorbent, and it absorbs the glue gun. Make sure your material doesn't show over the sides, and it will anchor that wire for you. We'll just glue that puppy down so we don't have to cut him off. Okay, so we have our wire. Now I'm going to add raffia to it. I'm going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. We'll turn it back in a minute here. So raffia gives you such a fall look. We want to make sure that we've got a real fallish look. If you want something to look fall, add some raffia to it. So we're going to tie our bow, and first our knot, then our bow. And you could add even more raffia to that, whatever you want to do. You could hang this part behind, or you can trim it off. I'll leave that really up to you what you want to do with that. You want to kind of keep it up at the top, and you could even add ribbon to it if you wanted some ribbon to that. I think I'd pick up a little bit more this color of orange to add the ribbon to that. Would be really, really cute and give it a little bit more elegant touch to it. But I'm going to also put a couple of fall leaves in here. Just to bring some color up to this bow. Check out my window cleans video. It's really cute. It's just taking these and turning them into window cleans. And you could do your acorn, which I think would be really cute here. You could do a real one. If you use the real ones, make sure you glue the lids on, because the lids like to come off. A little pine cone here. Gotta go dig my little pine cones out. I have some really cute little pine cones. They're my Christmas items, I believe. Okay, so there's a lot of different variations you can do with that, and that turns out being really, really fun to put on your door for fall. So just think of your own touches to add to it to make it yours. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you had fun with this video. Come on over to my Facebook page at Miriam Joy Gourd Creations. We're always posting the latest YouTube videos as showing you daily gourds. Thank you and God bless.